Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Armourer's Bench. Today I'm here with Paul of the Dunkirk 1940 Museum, a good friend, and he's going to tell us about a really interesting incendiary bomb. So, what have we got here, Paul?
This incendiary bomb is actually a British incendiary bomb. Now, most houses around the UK, most people of a certain age will be familiar with the German type, because most houses used to have one sitting somewhere around that was sort of discarded in the war, made safe and sort of picked up. Now, due to the nature of obviously not dropping these things on themselves, not many people in the UK have actually seen a British incendiary bomb.
No, I definitely haven't.
The same sort of principle basically applies. It's a magnesium body that you ignite, and that is what transfers the flame and sets the fires going.
Right.
Now, in common with its German counterparts, you've got a very heavy metal end that is designed to smash through the tiles of roofs and obviously enter the roof space. Roof spaces on houses obviously are quite dry places, so they're ideal for sort of starting fires. Now, they come in bundles. They're hexagonal in shape, so they actually connect together and fit more perfectly into a drop canister.
Because the German ones are round, aren't they?
They are, quite stubby and round, and the difficulty with that is obviously you've got a lot of dead space in that canister, and you could have got more bombs in comparatively. Now, the German one, when that actually impacts its target, that is what actually does the detonation.
Right.
With the British one, it's when that stack of packed incendiary bombs separates, there's a little button here, and that just pops out, and that is what activates the bomb. So these things are actually already alight by the time they actually hit the building. So if there's sufficient velocity and weak enough tile that it actually hits, it could start the fire in the loft space, smash through the ceiling of the room below, and continue right the way down until it obviously either runs out of velocity or hits something it can't get through. So it could basically, if you've got say a 5-storey building of single use, it could smash practically all the way down to ground level, setting fire as it goes.
The New Zealand National Archives has this great clip from 1942 talking about the very type of incendiary bomb that we're looking at and its effects.
This is a British type of 4-pound incendiary bomb. To help it penetrate a roof, it has a heavy cast iron nose. It has a light metal tail containing the firing mechanism, and the body of the bomb is a magnesium alloy casing containing thermite. The hexagonal bombs pack together closely, and bombing planes drop them in showers. If one of these bombs should arrive on your floor through roof and ceiling, the thermite inside will soon start burning. The best thing to do with it is to pick it up by the base, rush it outside, and drop it into water. Now we'll watch another one that's not dealt with. The thermite's burning inside the core, but the bomb could easily be picked up and thrown out. Now, after 20 seconds, the magnesium alloy casing is beginning to melt and burn with a white glare. Now a fire is starting. At this stage, the incendiary firework could be put out with a hose or buckets. After about a minute and a half, the fire is spreading. Hot particles of metal fly about. Curtains catch fire. Wallpaper and scrim get going. So within 2 or 3 minutes, there is a fire that endangers the whole house and perhaps neighboring houses. A fire that under emergency conditions may cause loss of life.
You hear about from the Blitz accounts, people throwing sand buckets over incendiaries, don't you?
It's the most effective is to just simply cut off the oxygen supply. If you don't cut the oxygen, you can try water. All that's going to do is obviously just spread it. The fire will just spread because of what's burning. There's a small charge in there, as I say. When that piece lifts up, there's a small charge that sets fire to the magnesium, and then the magnesium obviously burns with the ferocity. We all remember the school experiments when they light the little strips. Well, look at this for a strip. That's going to burn quite ferociously.
So where was this found?
This was actually dropped on Dresden on the night of the firestorm.
Oh my word. Here are some clips from the actual bombing of Dresden from a staff film report produced by the US Army Signal Corps Army Pictorial Service.
We've got a couple of German ones in our collection in the museum and the cabinets, which were dropped on Coventry and likewise failed to actually activate. At the end of the war in 1945, the Russians come in, they bulldoze the ruins of Dresden and basically rebuild it back into the medieval fairy tale wonderland place that it had previously been. And all this sort of stuff goes into the foundations of the new builds. So presumably this was one that was dropped at a reasonable distance out, obviously failed to activate at the time, and you can see from the concrete on it there, that's where it's been in the ground and used as part of foundations. And the building has obviously, lived its usefulness. And
It's been in the rubble, they've bulldozed and then built over.
Yeah, and then, as I say, so there's been further redevelopment, and now these things pop.
It's sobering to think that that's from Dresden.
It is, it's terrifying.
This is just one of the many things that Paul has at the museum, and it's well worth checking out, especially their website, which is, Paul?
Yep, it's www.dunkirk1940.org.
There you go, guys. Check out the museum, Paul's website, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.